The juice.
What's up, everybody? My name is Dennis Jimenez. Today, I'm actually solo dolo, no co-host. Iris is actually in El Salvador, the motherland. So,
cool.
Yeah, she's traveling over there with my grandma. And Omen's not here either. But we have a very special guest in the building, nonetheless. Yeah, let's give a big round of applause for Xavier II.
What's up?
Yeah. Hopefully that was a clap right there.
Oh, he got the soundboard?
Yeah, it's a little soundboard.
Cool.
Actually, let me make sure. I just got this thing too. No, that was the wrong thing.
You put booze. You put booze instead of claps.
Let me put the clap. That's the clap right there. All right, man. Thank you for coming out, dude.
Nah, bro,
I know this has kind of been in the process of getting it together, but just tell us about like how you started with music, or like where you grew up and all of that. Just like how was your upbringing like?
So I'm from Fort Worth here, born and raised on the east side, Hollywood area.
Okay.
And I went to Trimble Tech, all that. I'm from Fort Worth, and
yeah.
So I mean, how I started in music, is that what you asked?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just I started kind of young. The interest for it started like when I was around maybe like 7 or 6. When my grandma was playing like old Elvis movies that she had.
Okay.
And then they introduced me to like movies like La Bamba and like Back to the Future and like those movies.
The classics.
Yeah,
classics.
And then the George Strait movie called Pure Country. That's a oldie too. And like I guess those movies kind of caught my attention. I wanted to play guitar, so then I started learning when I was about like 9 or 10ish, and then my brother, who was my producer, Danny Rad. Shout out Danny Rad.
Shout out Danny.
Yeah, he's over there. He's he started playing the drums, picked up the drums at the same time, and bro, I mean that's all we would do, bro. That's how we would.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in sports and everything, but for sure, like music was the passion. Like
nice.
as a kid, like we didn't really grow up with like video game consoles or anything like that, and we would be outside, but but what we wanted to do and what we would do is just spend hours, bro. Just me on the guitar, Danny on the drums, and just, bro, hot. We were in the garage. If it was hot, we would be dripping sweat. If it was cold, our hands would go numb.
Yeah.
And, bro, that's just what it was. So it wasn't crazy or anything. That's just what we love to do. So
yeah. At what age is this? Like, did y'all start like really like picking it up and kind of forming a little band?
Right. It was well then. So we started. I started learning. Little stuff, and then I grew up like in a church, and in that church they started having classes. So then like I started probably like at 11 or like 12 to go to those classes and learn more. But then by 13 I started like helping teach the classes. So, and then in church, being involved, growing up in there, we would we were always a part of the band, and like of course like that was like the foundation, like being part of the band, and like our friends that were in the church as well, like just we would see them twice a week, Yeah. And we were growing up, we were involved, and then so, bro, that's just that was the foundation for sure. In school we were in orchestra, same thing. I played violin, Danny played cello. I taught myself how to play piano. Danny would learn how to play piano. Like anything music, bro, we were just doing it. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. So
that's tight.
It's
cool to have a brother there too. Like kind of like
I think that's
like
what
pushing y'all,
right.
I
think that's what I would say that's a big reason of why we would. I'm not saying like we're the greatest or whatever, but as kids, we would get a lot is, dang, y'all are advancing like pretty fast, and I think it was because we just wanted to get home to jam.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like to us, like I remember teaching, or even nowadays, like when I teach little kids how to play guitar, the biggest issue is, bro, they don't want to practice. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to, bro, just play it at home. And to me, it doesn't make sense, because I'm like, bro, like, why are you doing this? Like me, when I was your age, I wanted to, and I would play. Like I just wanted to get home and play what I learned. Yeah. And of course, most of them, their parents are making them do it. Right. But at the same time, I realized too, like, damn, well, they're just going home, and to them it's like homework. You know what I mean? Like they're just strumming. Yeah. To them it's not really fun, and to me it was always fun, because I mean, I had Danny. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, all right, bro,
Y'all can beat off each other and shit.
lay a beat or give me that. Show me that beat you learned, and then he'll play like the little what he learned, and then okay, well let me put what I learned over that. You know what I mean? Just play with that. So it definitely helped. You know, having a brother.
Yeah, it's like having, you know, two brains in one where y'all can just kind of, you know,
bounce
ideas,
feed off each other, and then, you know, and then naturally, like, I made him better, and he made me a little better.
Yeah, right.
Nah, we both helped each other out.
That's cool,
you know,
man. See, I've always wanted a brother for like that reason where we can just like do shit and like I have a step brother, but we're not close, and I have 6 sisters, so that's like my thing is like. But now I have a little boy, so like he's my little.
Oh yeah, you have a son? Oh, okay, cool. How old is he?
He just turned 6.
Six? Okay.
Like,
hey, that's the perfect age to start learning the guitar. Yeah, and
he's definitely got a year too, bro.
Yeah?
Like he'll I can sometimes I can hear him like we'll be listening to a song and he'll start like doing the tempo and that, like catching it or like. I mean, I have like a couple instruments at the house, but he'll just kind of like fuck around with it and then go off and play. But I was like the same way too. So my dad, he was actually the one who. Dang, I should turn that phone off. But he was actually the one that that was teaching me guitar. Like he was like a big guitar guy, and but I was like that kid that you were talking about. Like I would play with him, but as soon as we'd go home or something, or like I'd go to my mom's, like I wouldn't play.
Like you wouldn't pick it up.
And if anything, like he'd be like we'd be practicing, and I'll start beating on the guitar instead, like trying to make a beat, like while to what he's playing. He's like, no, like play it. I'm like, oh damn.
But bro, that's dope. No, that's dope. I mean, I can't wait till I have it. But that's also a fear, too. Like, damn, what if I have a kid and, you know, we don't have the same. He's not into it. Like,
it could happen, bro.
Yeah, it could happen. I guess it's like how, you know, when a parent's like in sports or like, you know, he grew up playing soccer and then, boom, the kid, like, has no fit. He's not athletic at all or anything. Right. Kind of like, damn.
But it is a whole different generation now. It's like your generation kids that just stay inside, play video games, streaming now. Like,
yeah, bro. I mean,
I used to be outside all the time, riding bikes, like.
Right. No, I mean.
Outside.
Yeah, we were outside too. Like, we weren't playing music. Like, we were outside with, you know, with the cousins or with the neighbors, riding bikes, you know, shit like that. And, but, I mean, I get that a lot too where people tell me, like, dang, I wish I picked up a guitar instead of playing so many video games. That's what they will tell me a lot. Yeah. And to me, it's like, bro, you're cold at video games now. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, but it is like, it's the time that they could have spent, I guess, maybe in something else that obviously video games are like super time consuming. Right. But bro, I mean,
it takes a lot of time.
But it's never too late to learn again. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Never too late. Never too late. That's one thing for sure is that I wish that I would have picked up music a little bit earlier, like because I also produce myself.
Oh yeah.
But for me, like I didn't start till after high school.
Oh okay.
Like literally right after high school, I was like, man, I ain't doing shit. Like I'm gonna start fucking with these beats, like how I've been talking about it.
Yeah.
Then I started doing it. But
okay, hell yeah, bro, that's dope. And then but you see your kid has that. Has the ear for it or the interest, bro. That's super important. I mean, even the ear. I think that's like that first. Like you have to kind of have that. You know what I mean? Because I've seen people that they could learn all the chords, they could learn all the scales, they could perfect it, but if they don't have that ear, they don't really get to like, you know, that next level where it's like where we could sit down. Like for us, I mean, we did have that ear. You know, thank God we did have that ear, and that's why it came natural. And a lot of the stuff we did learn, we didn't know the names of, and we would learn songs, but didn't know the chords. But we learned by ear. Yeah. And that was our thing. And that's why, I mean, that's what helped. I mean, also that's what helped us advance musically in that sense. But there are people that read all the books, you know, learn all the chords, but they don't got the ear. So it's difficult for them. Right. You know what I mean?
I think about a good person to bring into this, but Rick Rubin.
Right.
Like he don't even know nothing about music.
Right.
But he just has a good ear. He knows what sounds good.
Yeah. No, bro. I mean, I got homies that they have that ear, or you know, even if it's art, anything art, like they got the ear or the vision, you know what I mean? And it's like, and I talk to them, and they're kind of like, well, I tell them, bro, that's badass. Like, bro, I fuck with what you're doing, what you're wearing, or this thing that you made, and they're like, but they're kind of like, well, bro, I'm not. It's not serious because like I don't know theory or like, it's not. I don't know this or that, and it's like, bro, none of that really matters, bro. Like,
especially nowadays,
if you got the vision, if you got the ear. Bro, you're one step ahead of everybody else. You know what I mean? Like that's like a rare thing. Right. So at the end, like Kanye, bro, like there's all producers that are like, what they have and their skill is they got the vision. Yeah, you know what I mean, they got the ear. Like they know what it sounds like, and they just need people.
And they're usually like ahead of the future. Like, they're ahead of the
Right,
times,
right.
like, you know.
Yeah, and bro, I mean, I'm Rick Rubin, of course, like, and even Pharrell, like,
Pharrell, yeah.
you know,
Shout out
Pharrell, he was the, I would say, or from what I know, is like Pharrell was the one, like the Neptunes. Pharrell was the one that had the vision, and Chad, his partner, was the one that was more musically inclined. Yeah. So Pharrell would kind of be more of the like idea ones, the idea guy, and then Chad helped me make it happen, and together we'll do it. You know
Dude, I love watching their old like tapes of them in the studio.
Yeah, like
it's crazy.
Yeah, like them and like him and the Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, he's telling them how to sing it. Yeah.
Bro, because that is, to me, in art, I think that vision or that ear is like the first thing, I think, like priority. I think that anybody should have. Yeah. Where it's like, because if you don't, it's just more difficult, you know what I mean, to create, to know what you want. Right. So, no, yeah, bro. But like Rick Rubin, I do go to people like that for inspiration. So you don't got to know an instrument. You don't got to know anything. You know what I mean? Just do it. Just create. And if you hear it, if you like it, you know, fuck it. You know what I mean? True that.
But on the other hand, too, it's also very, very refreshing to hear an artist such as yourself that can, you know, sing, rap, but also knows like instrumentation, knows how to play guitar and all that.
It definitely has helped me, bro. I mean, I would probably put the credit to like orchestra. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't like it. I didn't want to be in it, but my dad said, if you want to learn guitar, you got to be in orchestra. So, but I'm grateful for it, because at the end, knowing the theory, knowing how it works, does give me like just that extra tool in the bag. Yeah. You know what I mean, like, to know, like, if I'm stuck, all right, let me look in the bag of tools that I know I have, and I know what works, and then, or I know it makes sense, and then boom, you know what I mean? Right. Instead of like maybe somebody that, if they didn't have those tools, would be stuck and be like, I just don't know where to go. I don't know what to do with this. And
that's definitely me, because I definitely don't know like notes or scales. And
right.
Like,
it definitely does.
I'll start projects and like it sounds good, but I'm like, all right, I know maybe like a synth sound or a piano would sound good, right, but I don't know what note it's in. I'll just have to play around with it and find it. Okay, there you go.
And if you know, like, it's less time you gotta
it's
figure it out.
Better workflow.
But to me, it's like friends that don't really know theory, and like when they got to adjust their auto-tune, when the auto-tune, you have to put like the key that it's in, you know, like F minor, F major, or like A minor, A major. And to me, it's like, damn, bro, you got to click through every letter, you know, and they're kind of just guessing almost, you know, until all right, that fits the song or that fits the beat. And to me, it's like, bro, just hear it. And like, I could hear it, play a couple notes on the guitar. Oh, that's an F minor. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what, I guess that's just a little advantage that I have.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely kind of separates you from everyone else.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, because there's people that know theory, but, you know, can't do shit with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's you need both. Right. You know what I mean? So,
talk to us about the project, Worth.
Yeah, we have a project out called Worth. Go check it out. It's available to stream everywhere. Just an EP, bro. It's not that, what was it, 6 songs? 7 songs? Yeah, it's like just an EP. Just wanted something, like a small package that, you know, like, I mean, we have our singles, and most of what we drop are singles, but we wanted a little package of 7 songs that kind of represent me as an artist and Danny as a producer, you know, kind of more well-rounded, and like, you know, like we like the beats, and Danny obviously is ahead of the production, but you know, the guitar, you know, I'm a guitarist, I'm a rapper, I'm a singer, so you know, I
do it all.
Yeah, well, we try to, you know what I mean? We try.
You dance too?
Yeah, nah, I can't. And I can't whistle, so I guess there's 2 things I can't do. So
at least you got the other stuff in the bag.
Yeah, I make up for it in other ways, and so, I mean, we have the guitar solos in there. I mean, you know, my pen is super important to me, that I try to showcase like the bars that are in, and being creative with the songwriting, but then also the melodies, you know, just all of that stuff. That stuff I love to hear, and I love about songwriting and songs. And all right, here's 7 songs. None of them necessarily sound the same. You know, like, you know, we have some that we have like an R&B one. We have one that's more trap beat. We have others that are more musical. Another one that's more like guitar heavy. So just something that, you know,
kind of showing what, like, your versatility,
right,
what you got.
Right, exactly. So,
that's kind of what I took away from it, listening to it. Another thing too, that I was like listening to the lyrics, and a lot of the stuff is more like real or positive and uplifting.
Right, I try to, bro. Yeah. I mean, I mean, it's, at the end, it's just the kind of guy I am, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna talk about street shit or like, you know what I mean? Like, even obviously there are feelings too that like, of course we've all felt depressed before. So when you're songwriting, like you tap into those feelings and those memories. Or like I have a song that's like a breakup song, and I'm a happily married man. You know what I mean? Like, but I have thank you. But I have been brokenhearted before, so it's like, well, all right, let me tap into those feelings again and kind of gain inspiration. And then, you know, because we wanted a project, and I like to write from different perspectives, from different like feelings that I've felt before that are real and that were very much real to me, that I remember perfectly, and just write from that point and try to just be creative with it. And also too, I believe we wanted a project where there's a song for everybody. You know what I mean? Like not to sound cocky, but like you're gonna like at least one of these songs, or at least you know you're gonna relate to at least one of these. So yeah, as far as the lyrics though, like I'm always, you know, I try to keep it positive, uplifting, motivational. Yeah. You know, moving forward, and I mean, because that's just what I'm trying to do right now. You know. Yeah. That's what I'm on.
Now, unfortunately, I actually personally haven't been to one of your shows, but just looking at the videos, like I see the videos, I'm like, man, these guys enjoy being on stage, or just love the performance aspect of it.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
But like, talk to us about that a little bit. And I know you had a big show not too long ago, right, in Fort Worth?
Yeah, in Tulips.
Tulips. Okay.
Yeah, and we're actually working on our next show. It's gonna be January 13th.
Hey.
And it's gonna be in Deep Ellum, Club Data. So,
nice. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Heck yeah.
12th or 13th. I think it's 13th. Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first on the Juice.
Yeah, you heard it first here. So, go check that out. You know, if you're listening to this, you know, keep a lookout. And yeah, bro. I mean, just to us, the performance aspect is another beast. You know what I mean? Like, it's, of course, it's the studio, the creation, you know, the creating the songs and everything. But then, all right, how is this gonna translate live? You know, when where it matters. You know what I mean? Well, to us, like when the people are right there in front of us, how are we gonna entertain them for, you know, the 20-30 minutes that we have? Like, what can we do to take the entertainment value to the next level? To maybe the songs that some of these people do know and love. All right, how can we kind of add something else live so it's not exactly like, you know, it's a different it's a different experience. So
instead of just hitting play and
right, and
which a lot of people do that.
A lot of people do that. No shade to anybody. You know, if you do that, I mean, to each their own. We're just you know, we have our skills that, you know, that we take pride in. Like me on the guitar, Danny on the drums. We used to have a full band. Unfortunately, you know.
You be on the keyboard too, right?
Yeah, and I play keys as well. So, I mean, we don't have a full band right now, but we make it work with just me, Danny, and like we do use like like backing tracks, a sample pad, and bro, we make it work. But at the end, it's live instruments. You know what I mean? It's gonna be live. It's not just press play and karaoke style. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
I love that aspect too. Like just going to a bar and hearing live music, and you know. You're feeling good, bro. You hear that, you hear it, and you're like, "Damn!" Like you feel it in you.
It does something, bro. It does. It takes. I mean, to me, that's the point of live music. To me, it's like I want to hear the rawness of it. You know what I mean? Like even messing up or anything, or even the guitar solo or something that you're doing. Even though it's like in the studio, obviously you're recording it until it's perfect. You know what I mean? Because you want it to sound good. There's something that's on wax, or you know, something that someone's gonna hear over and over on speakers in the car or wherever. But live, it's like, bro, this is me. This is right now. This is our moment. You know, the crowd and me and us in this room. And this is just this moment. And we're locked in. And, bro, the energy is just, bro, it's addicting, bro. Like, it's just, you know, after a show, you know, you get into, like, the zone state. You know what I mean? Where it's like you forget about everything.
It's like it's just you.
You know, it's just me. It's just them. It's Danny. It's on the drums. It's, you know, we improvise a lot, where it's like we have spaces where it's like, all right, just let that loop play, and let me just see what happens on the guitar. And I start, you know, speaking through the guitar and like speaking to me, and it's just kind of like, it's, bro, obviously maybe I'm romanticizing it a little bit, but you know, obviously it's the passion behind it. That's what you're hearing. So because it's I love it. Like, I'm not saying any of this to trying to convince you to go buy our tickets and go see us live. But if it does, okay. But I'm not doing it for that. But it's truly like, bro, I love that shit, bro. Like, I love it so much. Like, being on the guitar, those moments where we just, like, we're lost in it. You know, I'm sweating. Danny's lost in it. The crowd is just, you know, in it. Like, the energy's there. It's a transfer of energy. It's like, you know, they give it to me and I give it back. And it's kind of like a dance. And bro, it's just amazing to me, bro. That's really the, you know, I guess the peak of all that for me, like the live performances. So I try to make it special every single time. For sure.
Man. Nice.
For sure.
And I know you said you were performing in Dallas. Is that your first time actually performing in Dallas?
In Dallas, yeah. It's gonna be our first time in Dallas. Deep Ellum, Club Dada.
Yeah, I actually went there, I think last month for Kai Woods. I don't know if you know Kai Woods, but I DJ'd for him at Club Dada.
Oh yeah,
that night. It's pretty chill, honestly. I haven't been, and this is the first time I've been to Deep Ellum in a minute because I used to go a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it's pretty safe. I'm not gonna lie, it seemed. I mean,
I heard some stories and.
Oh yeah.
But so it is kind of, you hear
it's like
that
Gotham City.
Yeah, you hear it's Gotham City and but I mean, you know, our shows, I'm sure it's not gonna be like that. Security for sure.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna make sure everyone's.
Dude, when I was out there though, it's like every corner I turned, it was like smell like dank. Like it seemed like everybody's out there smoking in their cars and shit. Even the police, it looked like I was like, what the fuck?
Police are just like on the corner,
talking
like,
up.
Damn, what we gonna do? Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's our first time in Dallas, and we're super excited for it. And
is it like a showcase, or are y'all headlining it? Or?
We're headlining, bro.
Okay,
nice.
Nice.
Like I booked the venue, and we're still working on the lineup. But definitely want to, you know, tap into like Dallas and like Dallas artists that, you know, especially some of the homies that we have that are from over there, and it's just different territory. You know what I mean? Like it's
branching out.
For the longest, I mean, we've been performing live here in Fort Worth since 2018 is when I started doing like showcases and shows and like all that stuff. So Fort Worth is like our territory, you know what I mean? Like pretty much all the venues here, like, you know, we've played at, have relations with, and I mean, a lot of beautiful moments here in Fort Worth. Obviously, it's my home, and now it's like our first time kind of branching out, you know, to the neighbor, to, you know, the neighbors.
You don't actually stay in Fort Worth anymore, right?
Not anymore. No, I live in the Austin area.
Okay.
What's in between Austin and San Antonio, but I live down there now. And now, obviously, now I'm working to tapping into Austin, tapping into San Antonio. And
it's definitely important to reach out, and, you know, there's only so much you can do in Fort Worth. But it's still like a growing community here as far as like the music and like and
I mean, it is, bro. I mean, it's going up, you know what I mean? Like, especially in Fort Worth, like I'm saying it because, I mean, I am biased, obviously, but, you know, I've tapped in Dallas. You know, I've seen Dallas, I've seen Austin, and even Austin right now, like, yeah, of course, it's the music capital of the world and has a bunch of opportunities, of course, but as far as like the energy in the scene that's growing here in Fort Worth, like it is different, bro. It's different. Yeah. There's something different going on here in Fort Worth that I'm excited for, and I think very soon, you know, the other cities are gonna start, you know, looking our way.
Hey, y'all better start giving us our recognition.
For real. And
Arlington just got theirs.
Yeah,
shout out to the Rangers.
Shout out Rangers. Hell yeah, doing it for Texas. But but that's why it was also important for the project. I wanted to pay homage to the city, to Fort Worth, and that's why the cover, it's me on a Longhorn. Yeah. So that was really the inspiration behind it. That's why I called it Worth, kind of play on. I don't want to call it, you know, straight up Fort Worth. Yeah. You know, that's too boring. So, you know, it's called Worth, but at the end, it's a homage to Fort Worth.
Yeah,
so,
dude, that cover is hard too.
Appreciate it.
Whose Longhorn was that?
It was literally one of the stockyards, or my photographer went to the stockyards, got told of the idea. The Longhorns that they had, there was a cowgirl that was right next to the Longhorn, and she went up to her, hey, we're looking, you know, told her the idea. And then the first try, bro, first person she met, she was like, yeah, I have a Longhorn ranch like 40 minutes away that, bro, you could book, you know, 2-hour session and we'll put you on a couple Longhorns and you could do whatever you want. And we're like, bro, that's perfect. That's exactly crazy. What we need. Yeah. And yeah, we were able to do that, and it was terrifying, but yeah, we made it work. It's
a big ass fucking thing,
bro. They're big. They're way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. And my dumb ass was asking them like, bro, what if it starts like, you know, like jumping? Like, what do I do? And they're like, bro, it's not a bull. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a fat ass cow. Like, it's not gonna move. It's not gonna be able to jump.
That's funny.
But yeah, bro, shout out to them. I forgot the name of the, Yeah, we have a vlog out, so if y'all want to check it out,
Okay.
YouTube
Of
channel.
that day?
Yeah, of
Oh,
that
nice,
day.
nice,
Yeah,
nice.
there's a vlog of that, and
I'll plug it in the description.
It's gonna be Danny Rad's channel. He has kind of like the behind the scenes stuff, like vlogs and like behind the scenes footage of stuff that we do. So yeah, go check that out. And then my channel has like the music videos and stuff like that. So
dope.
So yeah.
Does random question, but does Austin still have like on 6th Street? Can you still go to like bars and they have like blues music playing and stuff?
Yeah. They have a lot of well, I want to say a lot, right? Like Austin,
because I it's been years since I went. It's like when I first turned 21, go to 6th Street.
Right.
But I remember going into like almost every bar.
The rite of passage.
Like, right.
6th Street, yeah.
But yeah, going into every bar and there's like blues music playing and just like raw and gritty. I was like, damn,
then it probably went down a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
It probably went down a little bit because I know there's a few, but it's not like
how it
every
was.
single one, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's more like obviously like popping, like more like DJ shit and like,
party shit.
Yeah. So, but definitely there is still like bands there and playing and and like I'm still trying to get tapped into it, so I might be talking out of ignorance, but from what I've seen in my experience, which is not a lot, but I've been there, I've touched down and been there for 2 years now, and maybe there is a few, but I would say probably it's not like how it was when
I think that a lot of those old guys too, like that's kind of dying down, like that whole
like
genre.
The old guys are dying.
No, I don't want to say like that. But that was a long time ago
like
too,
like that wave is kind of
like
coming
blues
down.
Music and stuff.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I think the climate. Rest in peace, those old guys.
Right.
The climate. I think that is where it's at right now, bro. Where live music is kind of in the. How do I say it without sounding a type of way? I don't know, bro. It's like you don't really see a lot of instruments. You don't really see a lot of for real live music. You know what I mean? Like you see a lot of DJs and a
rappers.
mic. You know what I mean? Rappers. You see rappers, and not even just their beats. Like they're playing the song. Yeah. And they're just
no backing tracks.
They're just screaming over it. You know what I mean? Like it's not the performance aspect, and I don't want to say quality because obviously there are songs where, bro, you need that shit. You know what I mean? Like
true.
you need.
You need to turn up sometimes.
You need to turn up, you know what I mean? But as far as kind of like the, what is it, like dynamics and like the performance and all that, I think we are in kind of like this deficit maybe of that.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? So like the Latino side of it, like Peso Pluma and all that,
right.
like that side is like definitely growing. It's kind of weird,
right?
Or even like the country music too, like the spoken word,
right?
Like
but that? Maybe it's because Anthony of that, like people are kind of hungry for it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, like the Peso Plumas and like the people that are singing like the corridos and shit like that, like they look like rappers.
Right.
But they're pulling up with a banda, you know what I mean? They're pulling up with the instruments, the tuba and all that, like the guitars. Fuerza Regida, Like all of them, they're pulling up like that, but they look like rappers.
Right.
Maybe that's what people are kind of like missing, you know what I mean? Like or even like country artists now that the country like Morgan Wallen and like Ernest and Hardy and all of them. What was that guy's name? Cody Johnson. Cody Johnson. Like, those are the ones I like. That country. I've been listening to a lot of them right now, and it's them on the guitar. Maybe they're bringing the guitars back. Maybe that I see it the way I see it. It's kind of like maybe it's because people are craving that, kind of getting tired of
they're getting tired of like the monotone rapper just kind of moving side to side on the stage,
right,
playing the button. I seen a funny meme not too long ago. And there's this guy, and he was like, "Man, I know everybody and their mom wants to be a rapper, but like, where are the bands from back in the day that like the emo shit? Like, like y'all just want to be rappers nowadays. No one wants to. What's the song? I forgot how it goes. But he's basically talking about like we need more bands,
right?
Like, we need more people like to bring that sound back because we're tired of hearing the same thing over and over again.
And I'm sure there are some out there, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure there are people. I'm sure people are probably hearing this like, it's me, you know what I mean? Like I'm that guy, and I'm sure there are people out there, but it's just like, I don't know. Also too, you don't want we're not asking for what was for you to do exactly what was hot in 2008. You know what I mean? Like we don't want another Blink 182. You know, we don't want another Green Day. We need this. We need something new and fresh. You know what I mean? And kind of like, and that's what we try to do. And and we're not really doing anything maybe like super planned and super strategized or anything. It's just our influences are the Black Keys, you know what I mean? J. Cole, you know what I mean? Carlos Santana, Gary Clark Jr. And, you know, it's a bunch of influences where it's like you're gonna hear all of that in our music naturally. You know what I mean? Like,
I think listening to one of the songs too kind of gave me like a reggae vibe. It was kind of like reggae chill, vibe, just like kind of by the beach.
Right, yeah, like, you're gonna hear all of that, bro. I mean, it's gonna come naturally because we're influenced by, like, we're gonna have obviously like the hip hop shit that we love and like. But then, bro, if I play guitar, you're going to hear that guitar is going to sound bluesy almost. You know what I mean? Because when I was learning how to play guitar, the blues was my shit, bro. Just blues backing track on YouTube. And then hours just soloing over it and just trying to, playing with it. So naturally, that's what you're going to hear. So, I mean, and that's just what we try to do, bro. Just being true to it.
Looking at the videos too of y'all performing, like hearing the guitar solos and stuff. Who is, or like, what's your favorite guitar solo? Like, from any guitarist or song?
Any guitarist? Ooh, a favorite guitar solo? Dang, that's a good one. Favorite guitar solo? I think, for sure, and it might sound cliche, but, and maybe the guitar community or whatever gonna not agree with it, but fuck it. Like, I remember when I was a kid, obviously John Mayer was at his peak,
right?
So, bro, seeing Gravity or like, was it Slow Dancing in a Burning Slow Dancing in a Burning Room, the live version though, like on YouTube, bro, that was magic, bro. That was happening there, and like that, and then I would watch a lot of BB King, jam sessions. Like he used to do this thing where he would sit down with like he sat down with John Mayer, or he would sit down with like Slash and like stuff like that. That or probably, so I'd probably put that John Mayer Gravity live is probably the most impactful. But then also too probably Stevie Ray Vaughan, his version of Little Wing.
Yeah.
Right? His version of that is probably up there too, bro, for me.
Yeah,
and then probably, it's a lot, but probably those two are the top two for sure.
Yeah.
And then Santana, like his live shit, like what was it? I think it's Samba Bati, or his live version of Smooth, like that's probably. Is
that the one that he did at Woodstock, or no?
No, that's the older one.
Oh, okay.
But that one's fire too.
Yeah, dude, he was.
Bro.
Did you like hear the story of that? Like they were all like on acid.
Yeah.
You can tell too, like looking back at the video,
bugging, you know what I mean, just like tripping out. Yeah, bro. Well, they say Jimi Hendrix used to put the acid in his bandana. Yeah, you know, and it used to seep through his skin or his pores, and he'd just be. And that's why he was lighting the guitar on fire.
I believe that.
Or he used to do this thing with the feedback is when like you turn it up, then you face the amp, and then the feedback it starts. And he used to play with the feedback there, and then he used to do crazy shit, bro, like almost like humping the amp or like making love to the amp. But bro, it's crazy because you're watching it, and Jimi Hendrix is like, in his zone or whatever, he's tripping or like doing it, and then it pans to the crowd, and all the crowd are just like scared, you know what I mean? Like they're like, what's going on? But bro, that was history.
He's out of there.
Yeah, but yeah, bro. Well, all those influencer.
Did you ever see the Jimi Hendrix movie with Andre 3000?
I didn't, bro.
No?
I didn't.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. Yeah.
Dang,
it's not bad.
When did it come out?
It came out a while ago. I think
like in the 2000s, right?
No. It was like 2015, 2014.
Oh yeah,
something like that. 2016 maybe.
What?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. There.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like honestly, he does a really good job.
Yeah, Andre 3000. Dang.
Yep. I think there's another one too that they did like right after that one, but I never watched it, and I didn't think it was like, I didn't hear anything good about it. But
damn, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Dude, I love like was it biopics?
Yeah,
movies of like artists and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, I do too. I'm pretty much like Like the one I like a lot too was what was it? Get Up, the Chadwick Boseman, James Brown.
James Brown
I
actually
biopic.
Just watched that last month, I think.
Yeah, that was pretty good, right? Yeah, I like that one.
I didn't know that he was crazy like that, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know either. He was insane. Yeah, but
like how he talked in third person too, like that was crazy.
I mean, but it was James Brown. It was kind of like he kind of had to be that. It's like they become a character.
He had a fucked up life too.
Yeah, and he had a fucked up life. So it's like they just become a character. La Bamba is probably top one for me though, because I mean, Richie, bro, gets me every time. I can't even hear the song, the like that guitar part. Yeah, and but that one hits home, bro, because obviously, like, you know, it's about two brothers, you know, and all the family shit, and you know, he's Mexican and he plays guitar and he's following his dream. Obviously, you know, I'm gonna relate to that, and so that was probably my top one. The new Elvis movie was better than I thought it was gonna be. I would say that. What else? What other movies? Bro. I like biopics too. Yeah, I like them too. But I have to check out that Jimi Hendrix one.
Yeah, check it out. Sure. Check it out. Another thing that I saw, y'all were on Fox, like TV, right? Like live TV.
Yeah, bro. In Austin. Yeah, we got to perform with XB Valentine. Shout out to her. We have a song with her called Big Bank. Go check that out. And she's a homie. And yeah, we helped her out. We supported her. It was her first time on live TV. And obviously it was our first time too, but it was like for her and to showcase her songs, and she wanted to do it with a live band, and I lived down there, and Danny was willing to make the drive and we helped her out, and yeah, bro, it was our first time doing that. It was definitely
was it kind of nerve-wracking, like being up there, like all the
it was, bro, it was, because we kind of knew that we practiced a lot. It was only like 3 minutes. It was like a 3-minute set, but bro, we practiced a lot, but because we knew that, like, we had to make sure we were prepared or overly prepared, because if something happens, or, you know, the setting is going to be different, like with the nerves. Like, you know, it's kind of like you over prepare because the nerves are kind of going to bring it down. Yeah. I mean, so if you only prepared, you know, this much, the nerves are going to bring you, you know, down, you know, way more. Like, you're going to be forgetting shit, or you're going to mess up.
Right.
And I mean, I did mess up, but if I didn't prepare as much as I did,
would have been worse.
It would have been way worse. And like, people that don't know couldn't tell, but I could tell.
That's the one thing, like any music or creative really is just like, we're really super like
critical.
Self-critical.
Yeah. No, definitely. And yeah, bro, it's what's nerve-wracking about it is that the studio, you know what I mean? Like they're on, like there's a system, you know what I mean? There's a ready, right, quiet on the set, ready, and you know, the commercial. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go, and we're back. And you see the anchors, how they're kind of just chilling. Oh yeah, how you doing? And 3, 2, 1, hi everybody. And they're like robots. They're like robots. And you're kind of like, oh shit, like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't mess up, you know what I mean? Because these are robots I'm working with. TV. Yeah, and it's live. So
caught in 4K.
Yeah, that definitely, literally. So that definitely took it to, like, you know, took it there where, like, the nerves were there for sure, but it's just at the same time it was like, all right, just chill, let's just have fun, you know. We would just look at each other and we just kind of prepared for it, but and it's different, bro. I mean, it's just a different environment. Like, we're used to a studio, we're used to a stage, like
more laid back.
More laid back, like
it's like going to a corporate meeting or something.
And it's like you know, I mean, we grew up in the church, you know, on the stage. We've done a bunch of shows. So I'm used to being in front of people, bro. I mean, the most people I've been in front of was 10,000 people. And like for this festival in Mexico that I did one time. And
in Mexico?
Yeah, in Mexico. Yeah, it was a cool experience. And then it was like 2018, right? And then, but it's way more nerve-wracking. It's way more nerve-wracking when, you know, they're right in front of you, or if it's like cameras. You know what I mean? Like, cameras, for some reason, it's different. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the same. Yeah. Like, you in your head is like, oh, this is gonna be forever, or I don't know who's streaming it, or
am I gonna become a meme?
Yeah. Shit like that. So that definitely goes through your head. But you know, it's like, fuck it. I mean, I prepared, execute, and have fun with it, and whatever happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
would you ever like if you got the chance and you got the deal, would you ever sign, or do you want to be independent? Like, do you have it in your eyes or plans to? If you ever get to that point, or when you do.
When I do,
yeah,
manifest.
I
guess it would just depend. Right now, the grind and the hustle is gonna be independent.
Mm-hmm.
I think, from all the interviews and all the research and all the stuff that I try to do, my due diligence and try to inform myself, especially about the music business side of it and like the different deals and like brush up on the books and like, bro, that shit gets so deep and it's kind of overwhelming. But I try to prepare myself. Could you prepare for the rain?
Yeah,
you know what I mean, so you're not like ignorant about it or anything.
Right.
So, and at the end, what I come to conclusion to, it's all right. I gotta get this shit on my own, and if the opportunity comes where someone offers me a deal, well, the deal has to work. The deal has to look right. Like, I think there's a stigma on deals now because of the independent game, but like there are certain deals that where it's more of a partnership. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, let's say like Russ or like Nipsey. They're big independent like moguls. You know what I mean? Like they're like the face of like the independent game, or like Young Dolph. But they've made deals with like Apple Music or like distribution labels for like distribution, and like there's so many different it's not like back then where a deal was just a 360 deal.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? We're gonna give you this advance. We're gonna drop. You have that advance. You drop your project. Oh, now you owe us, $200,000, and then all right, drop the next project. Oh, now you owe us $500,000, but here's your house, here's your car. You know what I mean? Like, but then they're in debt or they're slaves to that for the rest of their life.
Now.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but now, because of the like the resources we have, like obviously the phone and like our own distribution and stuff like that, we could get to the point where we have way more leverage. You know what I mean? So the goal is I just have to do all I can and like figure out a way to get that leverage. And with that leverage, the deals are more in my favor. And back then it was kind of like, well, yeah, I have to sign this deal because I need y'all so the world could hear me.
Yeah.
I need y'all so I could go on tour.
Yeah.
But now we don't need y'all.
And you hear all the stories about back in the day, all those like fucked up deals.
Yeah.
Like, look at a guy like Diddy. A lot of the people that were signed to him like kind of got fucked over.
Yeah. And that's kind of just how it was back then, because it was the power dynamic. That's what it was. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, hey,
like money hungry.
Yeah, it was money hungry, and the dynamic was, bro, they understood the labels were like, well, you want to make music or not? Because you need us to do this.
Yeah. You
need us for the studio time. You need us for to print out your CDs and all that shit. Now we don't need them. So, but a partnership, just like any partnership, if it's right, if it makes sense, it could benefit both parties. You know what I mean? Like, if it's right. So, using the resources they have, which they do, and the resources that I have, which is the influence and the people, I'm saying I as in like somebody that's in that position, with that leverage. And that's the goal, to get there. So, and then if I get there and the deal doesn't look right, then bro, I'm there. Like, I got,
you're desperate. Like, I need this.
Right. Yeah. I'll just keep grinding and keep doing what at that point, I know that's all I know how to do. You know what I mean? So, that's kind of my view on that. So
and you also got to be very patient too, man. Just because it's not gonna happen tomorrow,
Definitely, bro. That's why they say it takes over 10 years to make an overnight success.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it doesn't happen like that. You know what I mean? Like, it could. Obviously, there's stories and you hear them, but most of the time, that's why most people don't make it, because is the ones that quit. You know what I mean?
Like, I want it now.
Right. And I
need my money.
And I need it now. Yeah, no, but that's not how it works. And that is the struggle that I'm seeing, especially recently with like artists or like local artists, or artists that are just trying to grind, or like artists like me, people in my position, where it's maybe people my age too, where I'm 26, where it's like people, we've been at it maybe 5 years, 6 years, 4 years, whatever it is. They have years in it, and they're not really seeing a lot of change, and then they're like, man, fuck this artist shit, like fuck the music shit, like this ain't for me. And to me, it's like, you see it burn out. But that's why it's important, bro, to like, even this stage, this low stage that I'm on, even like to not forget about the love for it, bro. Because that's what's gonna keep going. And at the end, I was just talking to a homie about this. It was like, I'm not thinking of it as like, oh, I'm working to become an artist.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm an artist right now, regardless. I mean, I'm blessed with this vision, with this mind. I see the world as an artist. So I feel a responsibility to express myself as an artist. And I'm going to do that if it's one person listening, if it's 5 people, if it's 5 million. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still an artist.
Yeah.
And I still have my calling or whatever I believe I'm meant to do, meant to be. I got to do it regardless. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
that's just you.
Keep falling in love with it. And that's why with that mentality, it's kind of it's kind of hard to, like, I don't really get when people were like, nah, I quit music or like, shit like that. And it's like, then you probably were never an artist to begin with. Because,
it's funny, man. Like, at the beginning of the year, when we started, man, like, we had like our first couple interviews, and I think because we had like a couple big people that were big in the city, like a lot of people started reaching out, like, hey, man, I want to be on.
Right.
And so we were just like taking anybody, like, come on.
Right.
And a couple of artists, like, since then, because we were booked out for like so long,
right.
And when it got to that point, they're like, man, I'm not even doing music no more, like, but we could still talk about it, or talk about other things. I'm like, no, like, we wanted you because you do music.
Right. Yeah.
And no shade to them, shit happens, right? But at the same time, it's like, what?
Life, I think it's just
like that?
The way people are viewing it. You know what I mean? Like, well, especially in this day and age, bro. And we're all victim to it. Excuse me. Where it's, bro, you work on this craft, you work on this song, you book the videographer, you book the studios, you do the video, you do the package, you use money, you invest, you put it out, and then bloop, 80 views.
Right.
And bro, that is discouraging. You know what I mean? It is kind of like fuck, like, what I do all this for then? But that's not the point of it. Like, at the end, it's like, all right, I invested to it because I had a vision and I wanted it to be this. The art was first and foremost. I made it. Obviously you learn from that. Like, people learn that's just the first step.
Mm-hmm.
Like, after that, you got to learn the business side of it, the marketing, the advertisement, the rollout, the everything, schematics. Like, all of that. So, bro, all right, algorithms, you got too. Right, the algorithms, all that shit. That's constantly changing and like keeping up with it. So, bro, I mean, it takes years to develop the craft, but once you got that down, well, you got the other part to it. You know what I mean? And then that's why it takes so long. I say and it could take years. Some people get it. Some people are great with the business side of it, but not too great on the craft. Yeah. Some people are great with the craft and then not great on the other side. And the goal is to balance out the two. You know what I mean? Like, all right, let me perfect my craft and let me inform myself and the business side of it, so that the craft, so it's all one big package and it's good. And that's when the numbers maybe start matching, the passion of the art a little bit more.
No, I've seen, personally, like, one of my own, like, good friends, which me and him, like, started out, I used to make the beats, he used to rap. Mm-hmm. Then we kind of formed a band as well. And then, life happened. I ended up having a kid. And then, I had to kind of, like, step back a little bit. And he kept going. He kept gigging and stuff like that. Right. And it's been, like, 10 years now, I'm pretty sure. But, like, now he's, like, he's on tour with Shane Smith and the Saints. I don't know if you know them.
Yeah. I think I heard of them. Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, but now he's touring with them, dude. Like, he's got sponsor deals and badass shit. Like, dude, it like how you were saying, like, it didn't, it took like a 10-year like plan or whatever. Right. Like,
and it's still just the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, it's still just the beginning. But I mean, that's just how it is, bro. I mean, it's just patience, like you said. Like, you have to have the patience, and at the end, it's kind of like, well, it's the patience, and obviously it's the how do I like to say, is learning how to be content but not be complacent. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy with my art that I'm making. I'm happy with what I'm doing now. Like, I'm happy. Yeah. But that's not to say that I'm just chilling. Right. That's not to say I'm not working. That's not to say I'm not still looking how to get better, how to move further, obviously how to expand and how to grow and how to reach more people. But I am happy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm not happy, because as artists, bro, I think what happens too, the reason we burn out is we romanticize this, I'm going to be suffering until I make it and I'm happy and I'm rich and I'm this, you know what I mean, and I'm what I'm meant to be. Yeah, you know what I mean. But until then, I'm gonna be suffering, and I'm going through it. and boom,
it's just magic. Yeah,
it's magic gonna happen. And
when I turn 30, I'm gonna be rich.
Right. Yeah, but and I've kind of learned to like I don't think like that no more. You know what I mean? Like I'm taking care of business now, but at the same time, I'm taking business. Like I'm happy right now. Like I'm not waiting to be happy. You know what I mean? Like I'm seeking happiness. I'm seeking, you know, being content and being like sure of myself and happy with what I have and grateful for what because. And me and my brother talk about this a lot, where it's like even the little that we've done, where I say little, because I feel like I still have so much more to do, but at the same time, if I look back to when I was 18 or 19 or when I first started, I'm like, damn, well, I came a long way since then. You know what I mean? Like if I were to show, if I were to show 18-year-old me like the music and the art and everything I'm making now, and even the things I'm doing now. Bro, I'd blow his mind. You know what I mean? Like he'd be like,
it's like that meme. It was on TikTok for a little bit, where it's like the little kid version of you, and it's like, I wish I had more. There's like, I wish I had more fans, and then it shows like the little kid version of you. It's like,
right, we have fans. Exactly. Yeah. Danny did a reel like that, and but that bro, that's just real shit, bro. Like I remember dreaming of. I remember if you go back way back, like I just wanted to play a brand new guitar. Like I just wanted a guitar, and I just wanted to know how to play. I just wanted to know how to shred, and now you know, and then you learn how to do it, and then it's just not taking it for granted. You know what I mean? It's not taking it for granted, which is just easy to do. Like that's a people problem. Like everyone does it. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's just
partly remaining a student, because then you're like, all right, what's next? Like what else do I got to learn to advance and get better.
Daily. Yeah, and it's the little steps, bro, and that you don't even realize you're making. You know, if you keep thinking that way, it's just little steps where it's like one day you stop, you look back, and you're like, oh fuck, like I was thinking, oh, these are just little steps, but bro, you've been making little steps consistently for the last 5 years. Now look how far you've gone. You know what I mean? Like, and you don't even realize it. So I mean, yeah, it's just that, bro. I mean, to me, it's just not romanticizing it, you know what I mean, what it's supposed to look like or what I'm making it to. Like, bro, I'm an artist. I'm gonna make art. I'm gonna try to get better, you know, inform myself business wise, and just keep moving forward, and you know what I mean, and see how it pans out. So
yes sir. Hey, all facts right there. That's a good topic too.
Hell yeah. No, that was good.
But wrapping up, what do you got planned for the rest of the year? Any upcoming projects? I know you said you got the show in
we got it in January. Yeah, but leading up to the show, we do have right now 2 major singles that we're planning to drop. Kind of just finished them. We have a song. We don't have a date yet, but it's gonna be hopefully this month where we drop it with my boy Alex Rincon, Dallas artist. Shout out to him. And all these songs are obviously produced by my brother Danny Rad, and it's called Road Rage. Be out for that. And then we have another song. Gonna shoot the music video for that next week. It's called Thorns, and it's with El Paso artist Crystal Poppin.
Okay, so I think I've heard of
it. So be on the lookout for that. That one's pretty big. So that one's gonna be pretty big, and we're super excited for both of the songs, and finish that, and you know, obviously just the content and the rollout that comes with it, and just to all of that to then, you know, lead into the show that we have.
And then hopefully have a good, you know, 2024 starting out too.
Yeah, bro, just starting, you know, hit the ground running, you know, starting off strong, and you know, but we got to finish strong. Right. For that. So super excited.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy. This year went quick.
Hell yeah, bro. No, for real. I mean, it's already winter again. I was like, damn.
Almost Christmas.
Yeah, almost Christmas. Like next month.
I'm ready for Thanksgiving though, man. Fuck.
No, for real. I'm ready
what is it? The green beans, cheese,
tomatoes, potatoes, and
all that.
Yeah. Nah, bro. And I'm sure it's the holidays are cool for you because you got your kid. Oh, you got your kid, and low-key, that's when I start getting baby fever. You know, the holidays, like Halloween, and like I don't got no kids right now, but it is. I do get a little bit of that baby fever once the Halloween comes, Thanksgiving comes, the family time.
You know what else happens to around that time? It's I miss you season. It's where your ex hits you. I was like, they start thinking about those memories.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what's up, girl?
For real.
I miss you. I dreamt about you last night. You're in my dream.
Yeah, it's getting a little cold here. Yeah. Nah, yeah, bro. But nah, definitely excited for the year. The rest of the year, finish strong, and then to start the next year, on the right foot. So yeah, super excited, bro. Yeah.
Well, man, thank you so much for coming out.
Bro. Thank you for having me.
Shout out to Xavier, and shout out to Danny. Yeah. And be on the lookout for the show in January and the upcoming projects and songs. Anything else? Anything else you want to say? Shout out to
the Juice Podcast. Thank you, bro, for having us.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sure.
Well, this has been the Juice. Y'all check us out every Thursday, powered by the Fools. And yeah, it's been a good episode. Peace. Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, bro.